Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf, and I'm here with Spencer and Dallas from Whosah. How are you guys today?
Doing great. Yeah, doing real well. How you doing?
That's awesome. Now, I've been actually following you guys on Twitter for a little while and on Facebook, and so I have some questions for you before we get into your music, because I just have to say that I've seen a couple of things that just I can't stop thinking about. One is, who was ice fishing?
Who was ice fishing? Is that the question?
Yes, I wanted to know who that was in the picture that was ice fishing, because that looks so damn cold to me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe somebody is sitting out there. I've never seen ice fishing like that. I've always seen like the little huts that you're in and you try to stay warm.
Yeah. So my grandparents have a cabin up on Lake of the Woods, like the little notch on the top of Minnesota, pretty much. Yeah, myself and Spencer and some of our friends and family went up there a couple weekends ago. And yeah, it ended up being super nice outside, like 50 degrees. But yeah, usually ice fishing, wintertime, super cold, super windy, in a little hut. Yeah, we were like, Spencer was getting a sunburn. It was just so nice. That's what's funny about that picture is I'm all bundled up. It was like 50 degrees. I was sweating, but I was getting sunburned so bad. And I didn't have any me. But I didn't expect it to be sunburned, so I was just covered in clothes to protect from the sun. But it looks frigid because it's still ice up there.
Right. Well, I was looking at the picture and immediately I got chills and I was like, oh my gosh, how is he out there? Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad I asked, because it definitely does look like it is freezing cold out there, but it wasn't. So, well, there you go. And then,
the magic of imagery, right?
Right, exactly. Well, that's why I ask questions. Whenever I scroll through photos, I'm like, okay, there's a story behind this one. I don't know what it is, but I got to know. The other thing is, you guys were just, I don't know where you were. It was a recent show of some sort where you guys had a booth, and I got to know what the panda suit was about and what... I'm like, okay, I saw a tweet, sorry, not enough panda suits for everybody. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with the panda suit and the fortune cookies? Where were you guys and what was that about?
So we're currently on the road back from a conference called NACA.
Okay.
Basically what it is, it's like college entertainment booking conference kind of thing. So basically we had a booth as a band, and then all these colleges send their student activity board people. So we're kind of just promoting ourselves, and then people to their school and that kind of stuff. This is the second year we've done it. And a way would be try to like connect with the students and that kind of stuff. Is every time we go, we raffle off something.
Oh, okay.
So last year we had turtle costume, and then this year, like, okay, let's do it again because people really like the costume and the mascot costume thing. So we decided to go with panda because everybody loves pandas, and. We're okay, cool, we got the panda costumes, and then usually I'll hand out like business cards and that kind of stuff.
Right.
We're trying to be new and trying to be different. So like, man, what can we do that we'll still get our information out there, but not just be the standard business cards? We got the fortune cookies, and then got them customized so that the inside message that are like cookie information, that kind of stuff. And like, it's the panda theme, we got panda, fortune cookies. Yeah, kind of just, we wore kimonos, we really got into this theme. Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome. I love that. I'm so glad I asked. And then who broke the board with their hands? Because that, I just, you know what? I don't care if somebody told me I could do it a million times. I don't think I ever could. I just don't think I could ever break the wood.
Yeah, I mean, that was incredible. That was not something I've seen before like that.
It was pretty awesome. I was watching it, and I watched it, because it replays. And so as often as it replays, I'm just sitting there in front of my computer like, how in the heck did he do that? That's so cool. I loved it. But one of my favorite things that I've seen of you guys so far has been the Better Than Us video. You guys are just sitting in the car, and you're rocking out, just having a good time. Like, who decided to do that? Like, was that pre-planned, or was that just a spur of the moment type of deal?
Yeah, well, a buddy of ours is doing this video series called Single Shot Session, and he was trying to just get some like live footage of bands doing strip down sets, and he was asking us, like, hey, I've got this idea. You guys want to come over and do a song? And we were trying to like the band or two, we're always trying to ask, like, why do people do things the way that they do them? And is there any way that we could do this that would be more fun and more creative? And so I pitched to the guys and was like, hey, what if we spend so much time in the car driving around together, going to shows. Like, being in a band is mostly driving around, right? Like, 90% travel, 5% loading gear, and then 5% actually playing the music. So we're like, great, let's do a thing in the car. And actually, initially, the other guys were not convinced. They were like, that's a stupid idea. It's going to sound bad and it's going to look bad. But we hashed it out. We practiced without driving for a while, make sure that we had it down.
Right.
And then we just got in the car and did it. I don't know, it was fun, but it was a little scary. My mom saw the video and was like, you weren't actually driving, were you?
Oh, I know. I had that thought initially, but then, you definitely can tell the car is moving. And I'm like, wow, that's really, really fun. But all I kept thinking was, how in the world are they driving, paying attention, and being able to, like, stay with the rhythm of the song with, while driving? Like, kudos to the driver. Hello. That was awesome. I loved it.
Thank you. The first thing we did was with the windows down. And we drove through, like, downtown Minneapolis, and there were all these people walking around, and people were just, like, poking their heads in the windows, like, what's going on here?
Oh, how funny.
So funny.
That's great. Now, how did you guys all meet? Where are you all from? How did you all meet? And I mean, you formed, I think, in 2013. So I want to know, like, all about how you guys got your start.
Yeah. So there are 5 of us in the group. Myself, Jeff, and then Spencer, Mac, and Dave, and then our buddy Nate. And Spencer, Mac, and Dave are all brothers. So they've been doing it for a long time, hanging out. And I grew up with them, going to the same church and playing in, like, youth group band with Spencer and that kind of stuff. And then Nate, our bass player, we met him a couple years ago because he was playing with another band we were playing some shows with. And then, started hanging out with us, playing some shows. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
kind of started off as our friends that became band.
Right. So whose idea was it to just say, hey, let's do this, indie pop band? I mean, was that just a collaborative thing, or was there one of you that just thought that this would be great if you guys formed an awesome band?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the music goes, I had always, I started playing guitar when I was like 14, and I didn't get very good at it, but as soon as I was good enough to start writing my own songs, I kind of stopped practicing guitar and started just trying to write songs. That's all I wanted to do.
Right.
And I really wanted a band to play with, to go out and play shows. And at the time, my older brother Dave, who plays drums with us, was a big metalhead. All he wanted to do was play metal music. And I had another drummer, and I was trying to form this band, and our other drummer, was really flaky and never show up. I was in junior high, so that's kind of how it is.
Right.
And we would practice every Sunday. We'd get together and play together every Sunday, and Dave would sit upstairs and watch football all day, just watching football. And so one day, when the drummer didn't show up, I went upstairs and was like, dude, just take a day. Like, I know you're watching football. Just come play with us. Just try it out. And he was like, I don't know, this music's kind of dumb, but after he started playing shows with us and having fun and getting into it, he actually, of that group of people I played with in high school, he's the only one that's still playing with me. So,
oh, wow.
It's working out.
That's great.
But it's been fun to take all our different interests. I mean, Nate is really into, the pop punk scene, and Max really likes, Motown music and R&B, and Alex is really into, the super indie rock guitars. So being able to grab everybody's styles and kind of wrap it up into what Whosah is has been really fun.
No, that's great. And I have to tell you too, I'm in the special needs community, so I have a lot of, I'm friends with a lot of parents who have special needs children. And my friend was actually just here, and I was playing her video for you, or for her, your video, Ghost Town, for her, and her son has like sound frequencies that are very difficult for him to listen to. Certain music he cannot listen to. And when I started playing your song Ghost Town, he was smiling and he was actually happy and listening and wasn't crying. And very few songs keep him from crying, and yours did. So I wanted to like give a shout out to you for that, because I thought it was really great, and it was a lot of fun. But watching him. But your song Ghost Town, I'm hooked. I love that video too. Just
thank you.
The lyrics, the message. I love it. I think it's a beautiful song. And so do you do all of your own songwriting, or do you have co-writes and stuff with others? And how does that go?
Yeah, I do. I do all of the lyric and like chord progression writing for the song. I do like the base of it, but then I take it to the band, and everybody writes their own part. So it's a really collaborative effort. I kind of find the heart of the song, and then they help me like sculpt it out.
Oh, that's perfect. So I love that. I love that, because I think that it keeps everyone involved, and it makes the songs more special. Oftentimes you hear, with certain bands and in country music, which is where, I have a lot of the artists that I interview are country artists. There's a lot of people that are on the top 40, right? And they're not writing their own music. They're picking out songs that are good for them or whatever. But I just think there's something really, really, really meaningful when you're able to write your own song, and you're able to put your own feelings and everything, and you create from the beginning, and you just watch it come to fruition. I just think it's more meaningful to the artist. Would you agree with that, or no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like that's one of our main taglines we've been living by is like trying to make personal pop, right? Like make music that's pleasant to listen to, but is actually about something that we care about. Because for us, music is all about the connections that it builds between people, and how like when we write something that's super intimate and personal to us, it still is communal and collaborative because other people hear it and connect with those same thoughts. Right. And so then we get to form these cool interactions and relationships with people just by sharing who we are.
Absolutely. Well, I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job, and I love it. And I mean, you could just tell, your passion, in each video that I've seen. Just everything has just been great. And it's really just kind of like, wow, these guys are really, they know what it takes, and they've got it. And I just feel like you all really mesh well, and it's just encouraging to see. I've seen a lot of independent artists. I've seen a lot of young artists starting out, and they're great in one area, but then you could tell that they're nervous, or and you guys don't have that. You guys just seem so comfortable with what you're doing, and it really just it's amazing to see. I love it. I absolutely love it. So
thanks. Yeah, thanks. I think
no, you're welcome.
Part of that comes from, I think, we also just love it. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing something that we love.
Yeah.
So there's really no reason to be uncomfortable because it's the most comfortable we are.
Right. Right. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about your performing. I know that, I read that you guys will perform in very intimate settings and then, festival type settings. What has your favorite been, or do you not have a favorite? Because for me, I'm all over the map when it comes to going to shows. Like, I love the intimate shows, but then festivals bring so many people out in so many walks of life, and it's a completely different type of feeling when you're there. So I wanted to know, what is your preference? What do you like more?
I think it's kind of pretty much for all of us. I think we're kind of like you said, all across the board, because they're so different. You know what I mean? Right. It's like I don't think necessarily one is better than the other. They're just so different, and I think it's really cool because we kind of get to present different aspects of ourselves as musicians, but also like the songs themselves, right?
Right.
Like Ghost Town, for example, super fun to play live, full band. Like we do, big loud guitars, like guitar solos and that kind of stuff. There's like really fun energy, which is awesome. And then we play the same song, in a more acoustic, intimate manner, or even just whole band, but in a smaller setting. And you kind of get to bring out a different part of the song, like the lyrics and the tender, right? The connection with people. And those are both super sweet things.
I think my favorite, some of my favorite parts of being in this band, when we get to go, we went on tour last summer and we got to play a set of shows that were all super varied. Like one night we'd be playing a big show, and the next night would be super intimate. And I remember one string of them where we played in Terre Haute, Indiana, and it was like this punk rock night. And all the fans were just like super loud, and we just got to rock out, and there was like just a bunch of people throwing down. I broke my foot at the show, jumping off a speaker. It was really intense. And then the next night, we were up in Wisconsin playing at a youth camp for like middle school and high school students, and just like hanging out with them and dancing around and being silly. And like for us, the variety of it is what keeps it fresh. Like every night is fun in a different way.
Exactly. I love to hear that, because that for me is exactly why I love doing my interviews. I never know who I'm going to interview. I never know what personality I'm going to, connect to in what way. And it's a lot of fun, and laughing and having fun and, loving what you do is just so much, it's so much better than just showing up, doing what you got to do as the routine and getting out of there. So I love that you guys are having fun with this, and it's really awesome to see. But you guys have some incredible credits to your name, and one of those is you guys were featured on the Netflix series The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Now, that is one of my daughter's most absolute favorite shows. She cannot wait to watch the next set on Netflix, and she's like been freaking out for it. She's 14, and so when she finds out that I've actually been talking to you guys, I know that she's going to just flip her lid, because she knows that show front and back. So I think it's great, and I just wanted to say, what was that moment for you, knowing that you guys were going to be featured on that show?
I think it was really funny when we started getting into the licensing world, kind of where like you that's the deal, you kind of pitch your music to these networks and that kind of stuff. We've been featured on a couple other things. We were on Snooki and JWoww on MTV and an NBC A to Z show and some other stuff. And it's so weird to be sitting on a couch watching a TV show and hear something that you wrote. Like background with like famous people or whatever. I remember hearing that we featured on the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and I was like, we didn't know which episode we were in. So I was like, well, okay, it looks like it's time to watch the show.
It's a good show, though.
So I was very pleased when I watched the first episode. Yeah, it's great. It's a great show. Yeah, super fun watching it.
Absolutely.
And then it's super funny, especially then, like going through the show that I liked, to find it in one of the later episodes. I was like, oh man, this is so cool. This is a show that like I enjoy watching. It was very cool.
Well, and that's what I was talking about, because you know what, there are people out there who don't watch Netflix, but it's, the audience is increasing every day. More people are switching to things like Netflix and Hulu, and they're ditching their cable. But Netflix is one of those, just amazing creations to me. And they come up with their own series and their own shows. And it's like, there's so much fun. And, my daughters and I will just sit down and we'll watch all these things, and man, they absolutely love it. And I'm like, it's, for me too, it's a great way to keep all the bad news off the TV, right? Quit watching cable, watch all the Netflix. You don't hear all the bad stuff going on in our world. But, it was just so much fun seeing that name on there, because that's one of those shows that it's extremely entertaining. It's a lot of fun. It's got a huge audience. And I thought that's really cool that you guys were featured on something that has such such a huge audience because, you know, I mean, what an amazing feeling that must have been to sit there and watch that and hear your guys, you know, your song. Like that's incredible, and I'm excited for you on that. But thank you guys so much for taking the time to talk. But is there anything else that we haven't talked about that you want to share with your fans?
I think this EP has been really humbling for us because the people that have listened to it have really connected with it, and they've really been vocal about letting us know like how much the songs have meant to us or meant to them, and how, like, especially people that have been with us for a while, they're like proud of us, right? They're like pumped that we did something that they really enjoy, and I think is the best work we've done so far. And so I think we just really feel encouraged by the people that are supporting us, and we're pumped to continue doing that, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you guys have all the social media, so everybody can follow you guys on there. And your EPs, they're on iTunes, right? So that we can set up a link so that everybody can get to you really easily.
Yep. iTunes, Spotify. We had a new music video that came out this week to Ghost Town, the song you're talking about. And yeah, we got all the links on YouTube.
Trying to be accessible, and don't just try to get them from all the angles.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that's great. And, you know, I mean, connecting to your fans, if, you know, and I know you guys already do, but that is huge. And, you know, I mean, you guys are fans of people too, right? And I mean, when the artist you're a fan of actually, you know, replies to you or acknowledges that you're there, I mean, it's an overwhelmingly just great positive feeling. And I think it's so crucial to, you know, to connect with your fans, to maintain a relationship with them, because really, I mean, without your fans, where are you guys at, right?
Exactly. Nowhere. So true.
So I'm excited to see that, and you guys are so positive, and you're going to be headed for some amazing, even more amazing things, because you guys have already had a pretty darn amazing start. So I'm excited to see where you go from here, and I can't even say enough. Everything that I've seen from you guys is super positive, and also you guys are like innovators, right? I love it. I love that you're not sticking to the mold. You're breaking out of it, and you're making things your own, and that is so important in today's world. So kudos to you on that.
Yeah, thank you so much for all those things you said. Yeah, we're super excited to see what happens. They're going to be working hard to like try to stay innovative, like you're talking about, and do unique things that reach out to people. And yeah, we're also very excited.
All right. Well, you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and keep us informed as you guys get things that come up. You want Center Stage Magazine to help you promote them, we absolutely will. Anytime you guys want to talk, anytime, you know, you guys, if you guys are ever in the Nashville area, especially, let us know and we can catch you guys on camera. We can do like an on-camera interview. It'd be great. But
for sure.
Just keep it up and keep us up to date. And for all you fans out there, follow these guys on all their social media. You know, download their music on iTunes, and you're not going to regret it. It's going to be amazing. You will love it having it in your library. So, all right, guys. Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Until we talk again.
Thank you. You too.
Be safe out there.
Thank you so much. This is
all
great.
right.